Ah, our trip to Florida. What a wonderful trip it was. We met so many interesting people in our Uber rides from wherever we were to wherever we were going. Our room was pretty spectacular, I will say that. We had a great view of the pool, and that was about it. So we could see when there were a shit ton of old people at the pool, and so we would know when not to go. We enjoyed our room so much that we actually spent about half of our trip in there. I won't show a lot of footage of that because honestly it was really boring. We just watched a bunch of documentaries about cults and shit like that on the TV, and I watched Zootopia for the first time, so it wasn't a total loss. And I think this was the nicest bathroom I've ever had in any hotel ever. Certainly beats the one I have at home. That would be so many selfies in here. Okay, good. We gotta do stuff.
Oh, we're gonna jump on the bed?
Anything.
This is so cool.
We have a fridge.
They gave us cookies!
They did, in fact, give us cookies.
Love. Oh, I guess somebody already claimed our beds. That's fine. Woohoo! Wait! Oh, I thought that was a microwave. It's a safe. It was sad. I was like, I could have brought popcorn.
I could have brought bowl noodles.
I literally was gonna bring ramen.
I almost did too. Honestly, when we first walked into the lobby, we felt very underdressed. It was super fancy, and everybody in there was dressed very nicely, and we were dressed kind of like trash. But, you know, good trash. On the first night that we got there, the hot tub was closed. I think out of spite. Fun fact, there was a Starbucks in the lobby. Not so fun fact, they didn't accept my Starbucks app. And they made my drink wrong. It's really tall. I love
Super tall, love it!
I love his face. Oh, wait, that was my...
Oh, I look oily, look at me.
I like the sky. It's so beautiful. Queen.
Anyway.
Queen. See this fountain right here? Classy. Classy as fuck. It doesn't even look like it's nighttime. I'm doing myself to get photo pop. No, but like, look at the sky. Like, it's dark out here, but yo, but this place is so fancy.
I know.
We just got pizza. It's right next to a Starbucks. He's gonna take us. That was me taking a photo. I was like, I was recording, I was just like that. I should probably offer a disclaimer and an apology. I take a lot of footage of my chest because I am very awkward when it comes to filming. So there's that. I think what I like most about this is I like, because when we walked in, I was like, I feel like we're underdressed. Yes, I already covered this earlier in the video.
And they literally gave us cookies when we checked in.
They gave us cookies when we checked in.
Cookies!
God, why did I keep talking about the cookies? I mean, they were good, but like, Jesus.
I told my mom we got cookies and she's like, I'm so jealous.
We're at this fancy ass hotel and your mom shows us the cookies. Found a ball in the fountain. I think it's lucky. It's squishy. Alright, enough of the hotel. Time to go shopping. This was us in the Uber, and I didn't have the heart to ask him to roll up the windows, and I didn't feel like doing it myself, so I just let my hair get fucked up. Welcome to the mall at Millennia, where the left half of the mall is
Burberry. Oh my god.
Armani, Jimmy Choo, there's Jeez, no. And the right half of the mall is like Forever 21 and Gap and Justice and the food court. So that was really our section. And once we were done shopping and eating, we called an Uber, and as we were waiting for it, there was a torrential downpour. So we got drenched. And I think we got the Uber driver's car wet, and we might have gotten a low rating because of it. Why is it raining? We got lost at Disney Springs and spent like 30 extra minutes trying to find the Rainforest Cafe. And it's raining.
Turn up.
It's definitely turned up.
We love
Oh, but we saw a lot of fun sights. Another Starbucks! Why are there 2 Starbucks here? I mean, obviously, but like, why? And we saw this Asian restaurant called Morimoto something.
It
Asia?
was so fancy, yeah.
It was really, really fancy. But,
It was probably more expensive than Rainforest Cafe is going to be, though.
and like 10% of me was like, fuck it, let's go here instead.
Honestly, though.
But we stan.
We stand Rainforest Cafe. She's a queen.
She is. Love this place.
It's so cool.
This is my favorite restaurant in the world ever to ever exist. Specifically for the decorum. I also want to issue an apology for my vocabulary in this video and on this trip. I don't know what made me say decorum, and I don't know what made me say stan. But, you know, what's done is done. But in actuality, I do love the Rainforest Cafe. Honestly, I love it.
These look ugly, but they're strangely comfortable.
Y'all, we just went to the Disney store.
We did. It was great.
There was no Moana.
Except for the second one, they had Moana
They had a small,
section.
like with 2 shelves. What kind of erasure is this? This is an issue. I threatened to speak to Walt Disney himself.
You're good, sorry.
I'm gonna file a complaint. Like I am an angry white woman. Manager, where's the Moana?
This way, right?
Yes, ooh,
There's
sprinkles. We said it at the same time. Yes. But truthfully, my frustration was real. Let me just be honest. There was no Moana anything, and I thought, you know, being the most recent Disney princess film, there would be a lot, and there was barely anything. They had next to no Mulan merchandise or Pocahontas. It was just Frozen, Beauty and the Beast, and Elena of Avalor, which kind of confused me. Because, like, Elena of Avalor didn't even have her own movie, but she had, like, entire walls of stuff. And when I mentioned it to people, they were like, Elena of what? Who? Who's that? I'm like, exactly. Where's Moana? Not to say anything bad about Elena, I was just like, you know, they came out around the same time, and where's Moana? We just made it to the Magic Kingdom. We're so excited.
I'm literally so excited. I'm probably gonna cry when we walk in. We have to get on a monorail to Magic Kingdom.
Oh, yeah, because it's fancy and it's far away.
Yeah, we're still pretty far.
This is so surreal. We're here.
Let's go over here.
Okay.
That's the bridge to go to Tomorrowland.
I keep seeing people with Starbucks. Are we missing something? I think we're missing something. Okay, so the first ride we rode was Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger Spin, where you gotta shoot Zurg and all this little whatever things. And while we were waiting in line, this family, I don't even know what to say about them. The dad was super pissed at the guy that was working there who was like directing the lines because he was letting the Fast Pass line get in front of him who was in the regular line. And he was raised in hell, and the guy that worked there looked like he was about to cry. I felt really, really bad for him because this dude didn't understand that if you purchase a fast pass or if you have a fast pass, you go in a shorter line. And this dude was just trying to do his job. Ugh.
We just got done with the Buzz Lightyear shooting Zerg thing. I got 29,000 points. I am a Star Ranger first class. Her gun was broken.
I did bad. I got like 8,000 points.
I got 29,000.
My gun sucks.
Tried to ride the Seven Dwarfs mining cart ride. The wait time was an hour. No, it was 2 hours. 2 hours and 10 minutes. So we skipped it.
Under the sea, nobody beat us, fry us, and eat us in free.
So the aerial ride was fun. It was only like a 20-minute wait, and it was really, really cute, and it was air conditioned, so that was a plus. But then we went on It's a Small World, and I mean, we all know what It's a Small World is about. It's a bunch of little tiny puppet children singing the exact same song over and over again. And yeah, it was fun. Except for at the end when all the boats kind of got backed up and we got stuck in the final section of It's a Small World and we could not escape for about 10 to 15 minutes and we just kept hearing over and over and over again. It was cute, but at the end it was getting a little repetitive.
But let me just tell you, this next part I was living for. After a full day of Magic Kingdom, we decided to take a break and have like a chill day where all we did was like, you know, go in the hot tub and sit by the pool. There were these two girls that were playing a game where the premise of the game was to one girl would be in the water and the other girl would stand at the edge of the pool. And the girl who was in the water would say, "Name a type of," then would yell "go," and the girl who was on the side of the pool would have to jump. And then the girl that was in the pool would say a category. And then the girl who was jumping in the pool had to name an item or an object or something that was part of that category before she hit the water. The only problem with this game was that by the time you heard the category, between then and when you hit the water, you only had about half a second to think and then articulate your answer. And so oftentimes the girl jumping in the pool didn't get an answer out because she was already underwater by the time she thought of her answer. The girls played like maybe 12 rounds of this game, and at the end they'd only scored 1 point because no one could get an answer off ever. On the last day of our trip, we went to Epcot, and the first ride we rode was the Seas with Nemo and Friends, it was Nemo and Friends. And it was like, Nemo got lost again, shocker, and you had to find him again, but there wasn't really as much interactive anything as I thought there would be. It was just kind of like a fun, cute little ride, and, you know, more geared towards children. And there's an aquarium at the end.
Next stop, Norway.
Head first. Awesome.
We did the Living with the Land ride next after this, and I thought it was really funny because the wait time was only like 15 minutes, and some people bought fast passes for it, and I was like, y'all, that was a waste of a fast pass. But this was so cool. You definitely need to check it out. And by far the best reason to go to Epcot, you know, hands down, is the World Showcase. They've got, they've constructed buildings from places like Germany, Japan, China, Norway, Morocco, England. There's even an America section, which I don't quite get, but okay, I guess it's for tourists. But this place is like so cool, you guys. Like, they have themed restaurants at every place that serves like the food from the location that it is. They have gift shops, they have performers. In Norway, you can meet Anna and Elsa from Frozen, and in China, you can meet Mulan, and it's just like really, really cool. I think in Morocco, you can meet Jasmine. But yeah, it's oh my god, it's geared more towards like adults, not as much towards children. But like, this is definitely like the coolest place in all of Disney, I would have to say.
105-minute wait. That's gonna be a no.
And that was our trip to Disney. Long story short, it was very hot, but very fun.